What is up, peeps and creeps? Welcome to this segment right here on the Chill Play Cafe. Pull up a coffee and let's sit together. I'm gonna show you how to make over $1 million in less than probably 4 hours. This is super easy. Anybody could do it. It's exactly the stuff that I did in the same order, and it's almost something that I do on regular basis because most of these things are available to you in the background. So you don't have to depend on Rockstar, you don't have to depend on them giving you double payouts, double RP, or God forbid, start doing any glitches and getting your account banned and starting from the beginning again. So this is what I do on a weekly basis, especially in weeks like this that are a little bit on the dry side when it comes to making money. Hang with me, drop a like, join the channel if you haven't done so already. It helps support. And let's get the word out on the best way to make money solo in GTA 5 Online. The first thing that I do on regular basis, and this has nothing to do with this week because this week, believe it or not, you get paid double the payouts on this, is the time trial. The time trial is available to you every time they do the update. And every time they do the update, it's gonna pay you $100,000. It's very easy to do. Doesn't take more than 5 minutes at its worst. I'm talking at its worst. Sometimes it takes a minute 20, a minute 30, and you're done. You get the proper bike, you know the route, and from there you can bank in $100,000. And in this week, you're actually banking in $200,000. So this is something that should be always done on regular basis. I always have it posted on the channel. If you haven't seen it, make it a regular habit. Look at the route and get your 100K. From there, once you're done with this time trial, you already got the bike out. Let's go for the HSW time trial. Now, that one pays you $250,000 on regular basis. So if they increase it, that's gonna be $500,000 if they ever say double payouts like the time trial is for this week. But it still pays pretty good, $250,000 in less than 3 minutes most of the time is an amazing payout in GTA 5 Online. That is something that you're supposed to be doing on regular basis if you want to get that bank account increasing and getting all the stuff that you like in this game. The HSW time trial has to do with one thing. The drag bike that you see right here. This drag bike, once you buy it, you can take it to the HSW in the LS car meet and upgrade it. This is the best vehicle in the game. People will argue that you can go ahead and get something like the GTS, the Banshee GTS, put the upgrade on it and you're good to go. Well, yes, you can argue that point, but the Banshee is a lot wider than the motorcycle and it's gonna give you a hell of a lot of problems when you're going through traffic. So when I hear people arguing about that point, I'm like, you know what, bro? All the power to you. Argue on the internet, drop your comments, all that fun stuff. I know what makes it super easy for me. It is a bike, it gets me through it, and I bank in that $250,000 and I'm good to go. The one that you gotta do after, I've had comments from people that made fun of it and they're like, ha, it only pays $50,000. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. I don't care, it's a video game. But when you think about it, Rockstar doesn't give you $50,000 for normal contact mission, for normal adversity mode, or even normal races. You might make $50,000 on double payouts. You might be able to get that type of payout in survival missions after you spend all your ammo, and I don't even think it pays you $50,000. So by the standards that Rockstar has set for us, $50,000 is a big deal. And it is a big deal when you consider that what you're doing is something super repetitive that you can very well execute and master and do it on regular basis with your eyes almost wide shut. Or is it wide open? Something like that. The junk time trial is very, very important because between the one that you could do the first day when the update is done to the second one that appears on the mountain, you're banking in $100,000. It's $50,000 a piece. So now you've just put yourself at the $500,000 mark in less than 10 minutes. If you know what you're doing, if you do it on regular basis, this is gonna be something very easy for you to do. From there, if you are a GTA 5 player and you haven't saved money to get your acid lab up and running, you're doing something wrong. That's why a guide like this is so important. You need to focus on guides like this and follow what other players are doing that are in the 900 like myself, in the 1000, and put in the time in order to finish this. Now Rockstar will distract you with a lot of stuff every week. Take for example this week, we are doing some more tedious work for the brand new DLC that they gave us that doesn't really pay a lot of money. So why not put your head on the acid lab, go ahead and put your money into it instead of a brand new car, and that acid lab is gonna be your moneymaker. This is something that you also have to do on regular basis. And it's so good because it is making passive income for you in the background while you're playing the game and maybe enjoying it sometimes. I mean, if you're doing the brand new stuff that's for double payouts, double RP for this week, you're not really enjoying the game, but at least something in the background is making money for you. And that's what this acid lab is all about. If you're familiar with something like the bunker, where you put in products and it builds in the background, this is similar to it. It is something that you have to have in your inventory and you have to have it running in the background. Now let me give you a few tips right here that I always say about the acid lab, because sometimes you can even speed up the process some more. The first thing that I do, I never go and source products. Okay, that's a waste of time. Just drop the 70,000 if it's a full bar and let the product get delivered to you automatically. That's gonna save you a whole lot of time because you can go and make that 70,000 in a double payout mode and just make that money back. Okay, so that's easy. The second thing you gotta do, you gotta boost your production. So when you check in on the acid lab, the second you log into online, you're boosting your production in order to speed up the process. And that bar at the bottom that's gonna pay you around 345,000 is gonna be ready and good to go when you check in on it the next time. So boost the performance of the product that is in your hand. That is something that you need to remember to do. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and sell the product. Now there's only 3 things that these products get sold to, or like there's 3 methods that is. The first method is gonna be you hitting 10 destinations on the map. I hate that one. Okay, I don't like it. It takes time, and time is money in this game. I can tolerate the second one. So if I do get the 10, I instantly click on start, find new session, invite only, and I'm gone. Come back into the next session, you're gonna lose around maybe $5,000 to $10,000. It's very little compared to the time that you're gonna waste hitting 10 destinations on the GTA 5 map. So the one that I got was hitting 5 destinations, and those ones are very easy to do and you can get it done a lot faster than the 10. That I can tolerate. The best one is a single destination, and it happens a lot. They don't actually hold it back. All you gotta do is go to a parking lot. Once you're there, cops are on you, escape the cops, the mission's over. It's a one drop done type of deal, and you can't go wrong. And you just made $325,000. How can you go wrong? You didn't spend any time. You didn't source any product. $325,000, and you get to do it over and over again, and you don't have to depend on everybody. This is the best solo money method that you could have in GTA 5. There is other stuff like it, but this one is one of the fastest. So make sure to get your acid lab and get the operation up and running. Alright, from there, I'm gonna tell you about the double payouts, double RP that's happening this week, and this has nothing to do with the guide. This is just me letting you know that all the money that you made so far is in the winner's circle type of thing. But sometimes Rockstar will just toss an onion toward you for the entire week, and they're like, here, munch on this. This is paying you double payouts, double RP. Well, no. This is not something that is even worth your time. There is so many different factors here that you don't need to invest time into this mode. You might like planes, I do as well, but the amount of stupidity that happens here is unreal. From brand new players that don't know how to handle a plane, to players that don't understand what the mode is about, to players just quitting in the middle and leaving you high and dry against a giant team that you gotta face. And this was exactly what happened for me in this mission. I entered with another player, Midway through, I am killing the other player because I saw his rank. He's sitting at 1,000 something. So I'm like, I'm gonna focus on his base because he's focused on my base. And at one point, we did have the advantage. I did have the round. And I'm like, we're cruising. I'm gonna get to see how much this mode is gonna pay in double payouts. And I was happy. Next thing you know, my partner is a complete dumbass. He's doing his own thing. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't understand the mode. And I was left completely alone to fend two people that knew how to take our objective or our destination and get every point that they wanted in this mission. And we ended up losing. Now on double payouts, double RP, we got paid $11,000. That again highlights the point that I told you earlier. $50,000 is not something to laugh at when it comes to the junk time trial. You're better off doing something like that. At least it's controllable. You know the outcome that it's gonna give you, and you can have fun doing it instead of depending on somebody. So the double payouts, double RP for this mode and for some other weeks is a distraction. Sometimes you just have to let it go unless you're playing with friends and you're just having fun and you know what you're doing. From there, and this has to do with this week, you gotta focus on the caches that appears on the map, okay? And this has to do with the big dude. I think his name is Gerard or Gerald or whatever. I've been playing this game for 10 years. I don't know the dude's name. Let's not focus on that. But I could tell you, if something like this appears on your map, go ahead and grab it for this week. It's gonna pay you somewhere around $37,000. Okay, it's worth it. And it doesn't take much time, especially if you have an MK2. You can go ahead, get into the area that you gotta search, and just watch for that little package that's gonna be somewhere around in that area that you're supposed to search. Once you find it, $37,000, keep your eyes open for it. It's a plus for this week, so don't just ignore it. From there, let's talk about something that's available to you every week, and it's very simple to do. You can finish it in less than 40 minutes, guaranteed. And that is the FIB file. You don't even have to be in a building to launch it. I think it's the only thing in this game that you can launch off of your phone mission-wise, and it pays that much. It does get repetitive because there's only 4 missions and they switch them every week, but that's also a plus because you know exactly what you're doing. So you can go ahead and launch it. You need to have a helicopter for these missions, okay? It makes it a lot easier. You don't want to depend on a car. If you're depending on a car, it's probably gonna drag a little bit more because the destinations are far. You're gonna be dealing with traffic. It gets a little bit too much. Try to get yourself an MK2. It's easy to maneuver. Get yourself a Sparrow. If it's not that cheap, I understand. Worst comes to worst, register as a boss and use the helicopter that's associated with you being a boss. Okay, so you have multiple options and you can go ahead and use them. And from there, you can finish this mission that is done in 4 missions that are so small. You can finish this whole thing in under 40 minutes and bank in around $320,000 solo. You don't have to depend on anybody. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay, it's in a private lobby. It's very easy. You have unlimited lives. What more do you want? It's idiot proof. So make sure you hit that one as well. And that's going to add to your bank account toward the end of the week. If you add everything that we've done so far, you're sitting above the $1 million. Okay? It's that easy. You just did everything in probably one setting when you sit in GTA 5 online right after the update. You just made $1 million doing almost nothing, depending on nobody. Okay? You can't complain. That's on a weekly basis. You can finish it in one day. For me, sometimes I finish that and then I'm like, okay, now I get to screw around, do whatever I want. You guys, if you enjoyed the guide, help me grow this channel, man. Subscribe. It doesn't cost you nothing. You can always unsubscribe later. It doesn't do anything. But at least it shows me that all the hard work, all the guides that I do, the editing, is getting seen by somebody and someone's enjoying it. And it gives me that drive to keep going. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and I'll see you guys on the next segment. Take care, everybody. Peace.